In this tutorial, we're going to look at the object property assignment method, otherwise just known as object.assign, which was introduced in ES6. So the object.assign method has a few different uses, and the first being, as the name suggests, we can easily assign new properties to an existing object. So that might look a little bit long-winded just to add another property to the request template object, because we could have either used bracket or dot notation to add new properties to that object, but where this kind of syntax comes in useful is when you want to merge two objects together. So this means you can add multiple properties at once, or just not worry about the structure too much of the second object, and just know that these new properties will be merged into the original object. The object.assign function does actually return the object, but you can see that we've actually changed the original request template object, which might not have been our intention. So the way around this is to use an empty object as the first parameter to object.assign and save the result into a new variable. So here you can see the request template object still has the original details, whereas the custom request variable is a brand new variable that includes the details object as well. So this also highlights the second really useful use case for the object.assign method, and that is for copying objects. So for example, if we remove the second object, the details object, from the object.assign method, you can see the request template object and also the custom request object are completely identical. So this is really useful if you want to make a copy of an object within a function or method, but don't actually want to mutate or change the original object. You have to be careful with objects that have deeply nested properties. Because as you can see, if we actually modify the value of a deeply nested property, even after it's been copied with the object.assign method, we can still affect both objects. If you do need to avoid this, you can get around it by using the json.stringify and json.parse functions, by first of all converting the original object to a string, and then storing the result of the parse function back into a new variable. But other than that, the object.assign method is really useful for making a shallow copy of objects, and also when you have to merge two objects together.